What is up, guys? Welcome back to Waves on the Shore with your favorite host, Jaron, and his lowly, humble podcast host, Evan. Evan, how are you doing today, Evan?
I'm good. It's episode 21. So, as we were discussing a bit ago, in fact, a week ago, the podcast can now drink alcohol in the United States of America, which is pretty cool. But why was that a week ago, Jaron? Why is the podcast delayed a week?
There's a couple different reasons, and there's two reasons. There's what?
Oh,
there's
no. There is two.
Okay. There's one main reason.
My bad.
Okay. So I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I may or may not have, while we were recording last week, forgotten to record my audio. So I realized after we got through our first segment, I checked Audacity and I was like, Evan, I got bad news. I don't have an audio file recording. And we proceeded to give up and record later that week, and then Evan's account got hacked, and then it was just last week was not a fun time.
Last week was not our week. It was not our week.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I take full blame. Full responsibility. I sincerely apologize. Y'all can flame me. You can DM me and tell me I'm garbage.
You can't DM me. Although, actually, by the time this goes up, you might be able to DM me.
Yeah.
But I can't shout out my Instagram page yet because I haven't made it again. So I don't know what the domain's going to be. Because I think the domain's been taken. Which is crazy because we're talking like hours after. And over.shore was gone. I'm like, bro. We'll have to see. But anyways, welcome to Waves on the Shore episode 21. We've got quite a lineup. We've got a little bit of a backlog of music that we're going to go over. Some big albums from the last couple of weeks. Then we've got everyone's favorite What Are We Listening To? I've got a neat little one this week. And then Who the Frick? We're going to do Who the Frick again.
Who the frick hacked our account?
Who the frick hacked my account? Yeah. Anyways, I'm over it. It's okay.
Anyway,
but yeah.
Let's speed run this first review because maybe it's not fair to the viewers, but we talked for like 20 minutes about this first album, and then I realized that I wasn't recording.
Yeah, so by the time you are hearing this, my review's up. But at the time of recording this, it's not up. So, Jaron, granted, you know what I think generally, but like my review is not up at the time of this recording because I didn't have time to finish editing it, and I'm a busy boy. But it should have gone up Thursday, hopefully. If all went well, you've seen it 2 days ago. But it is, of course, the brand new Thomas Rhett album, Where We Started, came out on April 1st, which I never put two and two together, like that's April Fool's and how that could be a funny release. My April Fool's was terrible. It was so bad. I was sitting in lunch, which is very important. And in grade 10 was like, oh man, you know what would be cool? If I pull the fire alarm. Yep, good one. I don't know where your brain cells were at that point in time, but why would you pull it during lunch? Why? You could have pulled it during any class. But lunch was the time you were like, yep, gonna pull it now.
That reminds me. Real quick, this is going to be a quick story. I know we're trying to do a semi-quick episode, but I kind of really want to tell this story.
Go for it.
About 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks ago, I think. I remember waking up on Monday morning, and a bunch of people were like, did you hear about what happened? And I'll be like, what? And so I'm on campus, and people keep like talking about this stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? And people are like, yeah, so like 3 people like broke into a bunch of the buildings around campus, and all they did was go into every classroom and move all the furniture out of it and put it in the hallway. And then they wrote like a weird symbol on the whiteboards, and it's a circle with like an upside down L. That's been like, it's upside down, but it's also been like flipped. And it's like, okay. And they did it in like all the main buildings on campus, and they also did it in like the tech room that like has like thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And then the next day,
but they didn't actually, they just moved it.
They just moved it. They didn't even like take anything. And then the next day, 3 girls tried to do the same thing and they got caught.
There's a nope. I'm in a public space. I'm not gonna crack a bad joke, but
What?
Just a woman joke, man. Like
Oh.
everyone knows where it's going. But anyways, Thomas Rhett, he put out his 6th studio album, Where We Started. It's this weird intermissive album in between kind of breaking up the Country Again saga, because Country Again...
Hold up. You just mispronounced saga. You said saga.
I've never heard anyone say
Whatever,
saga.
continue.
No, it's saga.
What? Oh my gosh, Canadian people, bro. No, stop. Hey, Robbie. How do you... Is it pronounced saga or saga?
Saga.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but you're American.
Saga.
So it doesn't count.
America's always right. All right.
Nope.
And you can quote me on that.
Far from, but more
Anyway.
right than Canada lately. But, yeah. Anyways, series. The Country Again series. It's kind of like this weird breaking up from side A and side B, because I guess they weren't happy with the sales that Country Again side A got. So they're like, yep, let's put out...
It wasn't commercial enough.
Where We Started. I guess I'll open up with my thoughts.
Sure.
I'll keep it pretty brief, because, like, people listening have probably seen my review. Jaron, you already kind of know what I'm thinking. I think it's really messy in general, just very messy. Like, he really bounces all over the place like a kid on crack in a play place. But, yeah. Like, I think there were some good ideas.
It is weird.
I think even some of the poppier cuts, I think, had a good song buried in there. It just got lost by either weird production, mostly weird production. The lyricism just wasn't as up to standard, at least the standard that he kind of put on Country Again Side A, which not that Country Again Side A, because I was listening to it again today in preparation. It's not that Country Again Side A was some really deep masterpiece, but he just told the stories, or he got the idea of the songs across in a super, like, enjoyable but not boring, like a simple but not boring manner, whereas Where We Started feels just like run-of-the-mill, heard it before, recycled, looking for a hit. That's all this album feels like to me.
I thought that, like, and on that, I thought Countryside A was, like, even though it wasn't perfect, I still thought all of the songs were good except for Put It On Ice.
Put It On Ice.
I thought all of the songs were at least decent. Maybe I shouldn't say good. All of them were at least decent. The majority were at least good or great.
Yeah.
And then
really
you have
strong
this
album,
album,
in my opinion.
and then you have this album. It's Where We Started, right? I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dead
can't
cover
remember
too, low key. I shouldn't say that, because it's one of those covers that some days I log on, I'm like, that's a pretty cool cover, and other days I'm like, that's a pretty weird cover.
Yeah.
You know what I
can
don't
appreciate the simplicity. What?
I don't know if Spotify has this, but Apple introduced this weird thing. I almost want to say like a year ago at this point. It's like the album cover is like a video. So like,
That's like it's animated somehow. Like it's like it's moving.
So this isn't gonna be able to see. Anyways,
I mean, we could probably whatever.
Yeah, the video album cover. I'm not gonna be able to show it because my lighting's kind of weird right now. Because I'm using a not great webcam. And listeners are just gonna be like, "What the frick is going on?" But save that for who the frick later. Anyways,
I
think if
I almost forgot.
If I had to real quick summarize the album, looking at the track list, if I had to give like my 3 favorites and my 3 least favorites, I can tell you my 3 least favorites very fast. Slow Down Summer, dead, so overdone, so pointless.
Yeah.
And then, bro, Bass Pro Hat and Anything Cold is like the freaking Barnacle Boy and the other one from SpongeBob of this album.
Oh, crap.
These two songs, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, is it
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, right?
Yeah.
That's
so.
Bass Pro Hat and Anything Cold. Just these weird, clumsy, no good for nothing songs. I really don't like Bass Pro Hat. Like, it's honestly one of my least favorite songs so far this year. However,
The sad.
however, what makes this album so frustrating to listen to is there's also fantastic songs on here. If I had to give my favorites, I mean, Angels, I love Angels. Mama's Front Door is one that I loved when he performed it during quarantine. It was one I really fell in love with. So I was kind of bummed when it wasn't on Country Again, but then when I finally saw it on this track list, I was like, finally. And, you know, it's glossed up, but like I say in my review, it's not to the point where it distracts or like dulls the experience of the song. And then, I mean, like, I really like Death Row. The Hill, I think, is pretty unanimously solid.
The Hill is my favorite one, I think.
Yeah, it's really good. But if I had to give one shout out to a song that maybe wouldn't be the top of everyone's list, actually half of me, granted, it's just Beer Can't Fix 2.0, but it's a good song. But Bring the Bar, I think, I kind of talked about this in my review. That's one that I think had a really good song. It's just badly overdone. But I think if that song was a little more stripped back, a little more, just let the song dictate the sound. As stupid as that, like, I'll have to elaborate on that. But I feel like a lot of these songs, he writes the song and then there's just this like checklist of things we need to do so it might take off or it might sound more radio appealing. It's just like it doesn't feel very like inspired. It all feels like you're losing the effect of the song when you're practically using the same percussive techniques on everyone.
Yeah.
But I think Bring the Bar, I like the idea lyrically. I think you ditch a lot of the percussion. You bring a little more tropical elements to back it up. I think you have a good song. But so that's one I would shout out as like a little dark horse, even if the song we actually have isn't the greatest, but it could have been really good in my opinion. Those are kind of my brief thoughts on the album.
I think the best way for me to describe how I feel about this album is to do it in pretty much the same way I did it last time we attempted to record, and is to say that I never thought I would like a Dustin Lynch album more than the Thomas Rhett one. But
that's the case. That happened.
But this is the case because I think Dustin, as a whole, I think was it Blue Sky?
Blue in the Sky.
Blue in the Sky. See, I can kind of remember that one from memory. Every time I think of this Thomas Rhett album, I have to go to the Spotify page and be like, what is this album again? This album is... It's interesting that, like, you say that there's a couple that stand out to you that you dislike them. There's so many songs that I just don't remember on this album. I remember The Hill. I remember Angels, mostly because a lot of people talked about it, and it was a single. And I remember Where We Started because I definitely don't like that one.
Ooh, that's another, real quick, that's another one in my review that I think, like, did not come together well, but could have.
Yeah.
Granted, there's
Maybe,
other songs
yeah.
like Bass Pro Hat. That was never going to be a good song. But
and
yeah.
I'm just not as big on Death Row as other people are. I don't hate it. I enjoy it. This album is a little disappointing. I think the opener is like when I
it sets the wrong mood, man.
Like,
it's such clickbait.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Because when I first listened to this album, I was like, okay, Thomas, okay, and then yeah. I like the first song on this album. I don't really have any thoughts on the rest of this album. I don't even like... Angels is okay. Like, I'm not gonna put it in a playlist, probably. Like, I don't... Thomas, I'm excited to see what he does for Country Again Part 2, because if it's like Country Again Part 1 or Side A, I mean Side B, Side A, I'm excited if it's like that, because that was enjoyable. I could like, I remember when that album came out, I was like, I would like throw it on while I would like mow the yard or like while I would do other things, and I would just really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And with this one, I do not want to come back to this album.
I will take. It's one of those albums I've kind of just like. The problem with it being so bipolar in quality is like, I've downloaded like some of the songs, so I have this really weird Frankenstein of where we started, where it's like, I can assure you, Bass Pro Hat and Anything Cold are far from anything downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as my review was written, I was like, cool, first things first, get those 2 songs off of my library. But, it's a weird release, man. I think it's kind of... Yeah.
I will say that I do kind of enjoy the album cover. I like its simplistic, like...
Yeah.
Like, really... I don't know, is that black or dark? I want to call it really dark brown and then tan. I don't know. Like a really dark gray or something. And then the orange, like with the orange accent. I think it looks nice.
It definitely has a bit of pop to it.
Yeah.
Pop as in
pops.
like...
Yeah, like the color. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like a cheap, let's try and get a hit here.
Yeah. I will also say this. Maybe this is a good segue. But I also didn't think that I would like a Maren Morris album more than a Thomas Rhett album. But here we are.
So we're at the point where Jaron last time was like, I'm not recording. So
yeah, we've crossed that threshold.
We have not talked about this together yet. So my thoughts have been up for like a couple weeks now via my review. However, Jaron, as for all these albums that I have a review of, I will let you take center stage because my thoughts are pretty well out there. Sure. I think most people have heard them by now if they wanted to. So Maren Morris, Humble Quest, came out March 25th, I believe.
Sounds
it was
right
March
25th. It came out like the day we recorded our last episode, I think. It was like these.
Yes, it was. But
we were recording with Tom, yeah.
New album, I felt very positively towards it. I really liked the bulk of it. But what are you saying? That is some top grade analysis right there.
Bro, this episode, I'm just like...
Don't even keep going. That's good.
I'm discombobulated. I've been caught off guard. These album releases have thrown me off my rhythm because, like 2 months ago, Dustin Lynch releases an album, and I'm like, wow, I actually like some of these songs. And 2 months later, I don't even know, man. I don't know what is... I like this album. I didn't expect to. I don't not like that. I don't not like that I do like this album. Like, I'm not a Maren Morris hater. She has songs that I like, but I've never, like, enjoyed her albums as a whole. But, like, this one is different to me.
I think it's the first complete experience from front to back.
Yeah, I really like Circles Around This Town. I really like The Furthest Thing. I really like I Can't Love You Anymore. I like the songs on this album. Background music, yes. I will say, I think that the title track is the weakest track for me. That's not to say it's bad. I just think it's maybe my least favorite.
I can see that. It's more of an anthem song, I think.
And the thing is, Evan, that I don't even dislike the song Tall Guys. It's good. It's a good song. And I'm a short king.
That one stings Jaron to say.
It does sting.
Jaron's left just, oh man.
It's almost as, no. I can't even.
You're not that short. You're like 5'2".
I'm not even that short. Bruh. Bro, that was a violation. I'm not even that short. I'm 5'5". Give me my, oh my gosh, I can't even, my brain, bro. I don't even know what I'm saying. But, look, this album is Detour. I really like Detour.
Bang.
I really like Hummingbird. Those are both. Those are standouts. I really like background music.
I was actually listening to this album on the way home from work an hour ago.
And what would this world do?
And
Really
Detour
good
is
closer.
a banger.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, what would this world do is like such a good song.
Really, yeah, I really like it as a closer. The ladies in the country music scene have been absolutely killing the game recently.
Except Casey.
Freaking Carly.
Frick you, Casey.
Oh, well,
you dropped the ball.
Yeah.
You dropped the ball.
About that.
Sadly.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, Kelsey Ballerini. Hold on, real quick. This is getting off topic.
She's coming out with an album soon.
Did she drop a new song, or is it coming?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it dropping?
She. I'm pretty sure she dropped a new song.
Oh,
I haven't
heard it. I haven't heard it yet.
But shout out to Hannah, because a week or two ago she told me to listen to, because she released Kelsey and then she released Ballerini, and I hadn't actually heard. The only song I had heard off that album, or those albums, because one's acoustic, one's not. The only one I'd heard was the one with Half of My Hometown, which I think is a really good song. And
I kind of like that album.
Yeah, and Hannah told me to listen to Ballerini, which was the acoustic one, so I haven't actually heard the actual album. I listened to the acoustic one, and it's got some good songs on it. And I'm kind of like, wow, I didn't know that I actually kind of liked Kelsey Ballerini. And so
I think she's got a lot to say.
I'm actually really excited about what women are doing. Like, bro, Miranda, she's my girl. I love Miranda's
What about
music.
Tennille? Is there some cheating going on here?
Yeah. No.
We haven't even got to Tennille yet this episode.
I'm polyamorous.
Polygamous.
Polygamy.
We did
I'm
a whole.
a Mormon.
Bro, hold on, bro.
I'm not a Mormon. That was for legal reasons. That was a joke.
But on the topic of polygamy.
Wait, what?
I know.
Hold up. What is a...
On the topic of polygamy, in law class, there's a little story. Because I'm in law class because I'm still in high school. We were in our unit, constitutional law. And so our teacher kind of would give us these cases. And they were little summaries of significant cases that either changed a law or reinstated why a certain law was in place. Your general stuff, like your big cases like abortion, the reverse onus clause. I don't know if that's too... I don't know. Anyways, those more significant cases, I'm trying to think of others, but of course I'm blanking. Anywho, one was on polygamy. And so we were reading an article about this guy in some kind of community, like they're like a religious community. Do you have Mennonites, or is that a Canadian thing?
No, there's Mennonites around here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Mennonite
not
kind
a lot
of
in
thing.
Indiana, I don't think, but they're around the U.S.
Yeah, I could be wrong, and I don't want to generalize them by saying this, but I think they're kind of like a Mennonite thing where they kind of live doing their own jazz in BC, I believe, British Columbia, way out west. And this guy was charged with polygamy because it's illegal in Canada.
Lame. That was a joke.
I didn't even hear it. I think your Discord cut
I said lame.
Oh. He was charged with polygamy. And so they're talking, right? And they're just... The article's blowing over the facts. It's just like... he was charged for being married and having children with, like... He has, like, 81 kids across, like, 35 women.
Hey, yo, my boy's
right?
like Mick Jagger.
And he's married to all of them, right? But then just nonchalant, like it's nothing, at the end... Because the guy's, like, 55, okay? Something like that. Right at the end of this article, they're like, he has, like, 81 kids with 35 women ranging from ages, like, 15 to 60. And I'm like, wait a minute! 15?
Bruh.
Polygamy ain't the issue here.
Up.
Like,
yeah. Pause.
Don't blow over that like it's nothing.
Pause.
Like, yeah, it's like, are we just gonna blow over that fact for a minute? Like, are we supposed to just ignore that?
All these women This guy's Mennonite. That's.
No, he's not. But it's like that kind of community based on a religion that they're kind of isolated
Okay, so it's a
from
cult.
general.
That's a cult.
Sure.
It's a cult.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're like some kind of church. The name of their thing was
Okay.
like the Church of something. I don't know, man. You brought up polygamy and it was like that.
I wonder if he's like an old school Mormon or something like that.
Oh, actually,
like,
maybe he
they're
was Mormon. Now that you say that.
Because they're the church. It's like the Church of Latter-day Saints or something like that. I'm just gonna say this stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. You might have it there.
I'm not trying to generalize about Mormons.
No, but that sounds familiar.
One of my best friends in high school was Mormon, and they're not. They're plenty of Mormons are normal, good people. Okay, not all of them are weird, like cultists, polygamists. We should clarify.
We should also probably move on for so many reasons.
Back to the Maren album. How did we get here? I don't even. Whatever. Maren album good. Maren album 8 out of 10. Maren album, go listen to Maren.
So we're feeling pretty similar.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about like women in country music though. I'm really excited because Tennille's got 2 EPs coming out. One in like a week and a half, I think. Yep. A week from this Friday.
It was April, so it has to be soon.
Yeah, I think it's a week and a half. And then I think she has another one out in like June or May. And then Miranda's got one coming out soon, which
Miranda's
I'm excited
album's
about.
coming
Caitlin Butts just announced
April.
today.
Yes.
Just announced today that her album's coming out this Friday. And I'm pretty sure that's true. And I'm actually going to fact check that because I did say to you that she mentioned it at the bottom of like an Instagram post that she made. So I just want to make sure that I didn't misread that. And because I don't want to lie about it on the podcast. And then everybody will be like, Jaron, you suck.
Fake news.
Which I do suck. Because I don't know how to record. New album comes out this Friday. Yeah, and then it says, y'all spread the word. So
I love...
Here, I'll post it on my story.
I love when artists do that. I kind of mentioned this to Jaron.
Yeah.
But that is... And I have a... I say this, but, like, I was going to do and I still am planning to do a video on, like, album rollouts, because I think it's a cool side of, like, the whole marketing scheme. One that I also think country music really consistently is not great at. But I love when an artist does that. They're like, all right,
yeah,
so in
cool.
like 4 days, my album's coming out. Like, I remember, the most recent and most standout example as of late is when The Weeknd on New Year's Day was like, okay, album this Friday. And it's like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love when artists do that. So Caitlin Butts, Tennille Towns, Miranda Lambert, Kelsey, they're all coming up. And
real
the one...
Because I want people to...
There's one other...
check this album out. I think I talked about one of her singles that she released called Gone. Jessica Willis Fisher, her album comes out tomorrow, Wednesday 13th. So by the time... The 13th of April. My brain's all over the place right now. So by the time this episode comes out, you guys will be able to listen to it, hopefully. Unless... I do know that like Spotify had a weird thing with Gracie York's EP when it came out, and she's a smaller artist.
Which I did check out, by the way. I quite enjoyed it.
It's a banger, isn't it?
Yeah. I do really see the EP there. I thought it was really strong.
Jessica Willis Fisher, her song "Gone" is so good, and her other 2 songs, one is called "Brand New Day," and I'm blanking on the other one. But
why do I feel like I've heard this?
Really
now that you say "Gone," I feel like I've heard this.
Well, I think I mentioned it on the last episode, I believe. But y'all just need to... I would highly recommend... I haven't heard her album, but if it's anything like the music she's released so far, I can only imagine that it's going to be great. Her song Gone is amazing. The fiddle was top tier. It's just so good. She might be... I mean, like I said, I'm polyamorous, so she might have to go
polygamous
up there with Tennille and Miranda.
Or wait, maybe it is polyamorous. Oh, hold on. I'll ignore it.
Well, polygamy, polyamorous, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I think polygamy would imply you're actually married to them.
If you would either say that you are polyamorous or you are a polygamist. It's like two words that are used to say the same thing.
Anywho.
Why are we still talking about this?
I think this is a great time to move on to a very popular individual who has been making waves with his debut studio album coming out in May. We are, of course, talking about Zach Bryan. Now, I did a little video on this album announcement because I was like...
Oh, good job on that video, by the way. I thought it was hilarious. I forgot. I meant to mention that to you, but that was funny.
I put some thought into it.
Yeah,
it was really literally like 12:30 p.m. and I was just sitting there thinking of like all the things that's longer. I'm like, dang, that's longer than like this. That's longer than this.
That's longer.
And then I was like, yo, let me make a video of that. So because we have like one of the walls in our basement is green. Just one. I don't know why.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Just one wall. So I just like, I can green screen this. Hold on. So I just recorded it, and but it took me so many takes not to stutter. And I had a bunch of stuff, but I kind of slimmed it down. But yeah, that was a fun video to make.
It would have been funny if it was like 10 minutes of you just going, that's longer than this.
I thought
that's
about it.
That's longer than this.
I thought about it very much so. I really contemplated, but I was like, no, because I actually want to give like some genuine thoughts as well on why I feel this way. But anyways, 34 songs for the debut Zach Bryan album.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like I was saying. Oh no, you go.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
No, I'm still incredibly pumped.
Yeah, it's just, I'm like, I'm worried that it's not gonna feel. I think me and you, and I actually talked a little bit about Jaded. Sorry.
Yes.
With Jaded about this last week
Zach
before I caused our recording to go to poo poo, and me and Jaded were talking, and he was like, Jaded's all for having more Zach Bryan as is good for him. Because he doesn't necessarily need that whole album experience. He's just there to find the songs that he's gonna latch onto and then like throw in a playlist. Mm-hmm. I like to do that, but I think me and you are the same way in which we'll take songs that we like the most and put them in playlists, but we also like to listen to albums, like all the way through.
Yeah,
we're both like that.
Front to back.
And so I'm worried, and I think you are too, that like it's gonna be a little bit. Non-cohesive, maybe. Yeah, just loaded. Maybe, like, just a little messy. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I would be surprised if this was bad, especially after hearing the first two singles.
Oh, yeah. Even though very different singles. Very different sounding songs.
And I remember the first time I saw the track list, I think when he announced it, like 2 weeks ago, maybe? Like when he posted the picture, maybe a week ago. I can't remember.
I can't lie. When I first saw that, I don't know if I said this in my video. I genuinely thought it was lyrics to a song because there was so many.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's tight. It was crowded. There was a song that I saw. It was crap. I'm blanking. He has a live version of it, I believe.
He's performed a few of these songs already.
Yeah. Why can I not think of it? It's a cover. What? I hate myself. Okay, look, I'm sorry. I'm blanking. Oh, no. I can figure it out. Talk about something. Keep the viewers entertained. While I look this up.
Alright, so in the meantime, your boy is doing soccer for the school team. And we're not very good, but we try. We have fun. But this one kid today stepped on my toe.
Oh, sorry.
That does not feel good.
Zach Bryan, he's covering Take It Easy. I love that song. And Morgan Wallen has also covered that song before, Take It Easy.
Wait, like the Eagles song?
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together. I just assumed.
I'm pretty sure. Now I gotta. Bro, I swear if I got.
He might be covering the Eagles. Which would be really cool. Morgan Wallen did a really good cover of it. Jaron's searching again, so for the listeners, to keep you guys entertained. Yeah, bro, my toe hurts. Like, it left big toe. It's kind of purple a little bit. It hurts quite a bit. And I got back at the kid, so what I did was I ran at him with a piece of plywood and just completely flattened him. The hospital had to... Nope, the ambulance had to show up. It was tragic. None of this actually happened, but my toe did get stepped on. I'm really struggling to kill time here.
I'm sorry. The reason that took so long is because I've been like rereading this post, and I could have sworn that it said "take it easy," and I'm not seeing it here, and I'm... Bro, did I like look at this and see and think that he was covering "Take It Easy" and then like trick myself, and now I've made a fool of myself on the podcast, and now I'm also upset because now I want that. Now I'm not getting that, and I want that, and
that was the greatest running thought. It just kept going, and now I want.
I'm actually so upset right now. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe it was there. I'm checking again. Corinthians.
It might be there. It might not. Regardless, the Zach Bryan album.
He's not covering "Take It Easy." I'm upset. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
We're done now, but it's too long, man. That's the only issue. It's too long, and with that,
it's too long.
I think we can transition. Tenille Townes is putting out an EP.
Let's just briefly mention it.
Yeah.
Tenille Townes' first EP, one of two. I think I actually mentioned it earlier. It's called Masquerades.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it. It's coming out in about a week and a half.
And I'm just really excited for it. I think When's It Gonna Happen is she did post the track list. And and she released that one's on the first EP. And I think she has like 2 features coming out on this one too. And then she also
big.
Yeah, I'm just really excited about it. Do you have any thoughts on it? I think it's interesting that she seems to be going for like a 2 sides of the coin-esque thing, maybe vibe, like if that makes sense, like being super vulnerable, and then like, I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe the other ones are going to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
totally
like
wrong.
I don't know, I feel like I've said this to you in not recording maybe, but I really like the direction of the songs in terms of lyrics. Like you said, they're a lot more vulnerable, so I'm quite interested to see where she takes this. But then she's got, like you said, she's got another EP coming in just a few months. So I'm interested to see what's different, like why we need 2 separate EPs instead of an album. But like you said, probably just a 2 sides to the coin. That's a really good way of saying it. Probably just 2 different EPs that wouldn't blend well together.
Yeah.
In which case, I respect her for not putting it out as one album.
So this first EP that's coming out April 22nd. So 10 days from now. So a week and a half. Gosh. It's called Masquerades. So I don't know if the other one's going to be called Masquerades also, or if it's going to be like similar to that.
Masquerades.
Or what? Yeah, I don't think so. But I will say, this one, like she says here, the songs on this EP very much feel like pages from my journal. I feel ready and terrified and excited to share them with you. So obviously this is a very, very vulnerable side of her. Like just from looking at the name, like we've already heard When's It Gonna Happen, and she has already also released Villain and Me, and those are both pretty vulnerable songs. Just in general.
I think they're written in a way that makes them seem super, like, sing along, like, catchy, going for... But when you think about what they're saying, the ideas themselves are quite vulnerable, even if they're presented in a pretty, like... Not generic, that's not the word I'm looking for, but...
Well, I think When's It Gonna Happen is pretty upbeat and fun.
Yeah, it kind of... but really, it's kind of a sad song.
Yeah. Villain and Me, I wouldn't put alongside When's It Gonna Happen. It's pretty... I don't know when the last time you listened to that one was, but
No,
It's pretty like slow and like sad.
It's a big change.
Yeah, but like the other titles are When You Need It, The Sound of Being Alone, Shared Walls, Same Road Home, and The Light in Your Eyes. So it seems like a very introspective thing. I'm really excited for it. Tennille's doing her thing, and I'm excited for that. Also, Marry Me, Tennille.
Jaron's
I was joking about being
stars.
polyamorous. Anyway.
Anywho, Jaron,
let's do what? Why don't we?
What are you listening to?
Okay. That's an interesting question, Evan, because I've been listening to a lot of different things.
So
it's hard for me to choose one, but I'm going to choose one right now. Evan, give me a 1, 2, or a 3. Just say 1, 2, or 3.
1.
And that'll be my album. 1. Oh, okay. That would be Larry Fleet. I've been listening to his first album. I feel like nobody listened to that, or at least nobody talked about it. But I also think it's really good. I listened to it a lot when it came out.
Or is that
that's not his first album.
No, that was his big. That was his big one, but that wasn't his first album.
It's called. I should know what it's called. It's called Working Hard. Came out in 2019. It's only 8 tracks, and I just think it's really good. Like really good. And I feel like I never hear people talk about Larry Fleet, or and when they do, it's usually when they're talking about Where I Find God, which is a great song.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's so good. I've actually teared up while listening to that song before. I really like it. But like Working Hard, I feel similarly about Working Hard that I do like Seasons Change by Scotty McCreery. I think both albums are just really, really solid. Like, I don't know. Have you listened to this?
I think I have, but it would have been back in 2019. Like when Where I Find God was blowing up, I remember it just, I don't know what algorithm happened, but it just popped up in my recommended, as I think it did a lot of people. And I checked it out, really liked the song. And so I'm pretty sure when you say Working Hard and the fact it's a short album, I'm pretty sure I have heard this album, but it's been like 3 years, so I can't remember a thing from it.
Okay, so I will say that all 8 songs on this album are bangers. Boys with Nothing is probably my favorite one to jam out to. It's just so fun and groovy, and it kind of reminds me of Boys from Back Home by Scotty McCreery.
Does it remind you of Boys Round Here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it has that similar vibe, but in a better way. Although, I will say Boys Around Here is a guilty pleasure. Talking about girls, talking about trucks. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Something Cold, Somewhere Hot is another just banger. Lied About Love is probably, this, if you haven't heard this album, please go check it out. Sometimes his voice almost kind of reminds me of Chris Stapleton, just in how it tone. Chris Stapleton's voice is still he's Chris Stapleton, but I just think Larry Fleet is underrated, and I think he
looking at the
deserves
cover,
more attention.
I've absolutely checked this out.
Yeah,
but
and
I
I
remember.
Will say that I am guilty. I need to listen to Stack of Records, which is his album that came out last year. I just haven't gotten around to it, and I have a feeling that I'll love it, and I know that he has a song with John Party, and I didn't realize Hardy was on that song too, actually.
It's the one on mixtape.
Oh.
If I could fall in love with my
It's literally the same song.
Yep.
They didn't even change it. It's the same song.
Yep.
That's so weird.
I know.
Because, I'm looking at the title, audience, I'm looking at the title of this track on Spotify, and it's interesting because this came out on Larry Fleet's album before it came out for Hicks Tape. That's such a weird decision.
I know.
I just interrupted myself. So the title says "In Love with My Problems," featuring John Party. Okay, but then it says Larry Fleet, Hardy, and John Party are in the song. There's it's like they threw the Hardy name on as an afterthought.
Yeah.
But Hardy's not even in the song, is it?
No. It's so weird.
Then why is he? Yeah.
Because Hicks Tape 2 is Hicks Tape 2.
Because Hicks Tape is, yeah. It's
just, we just skip over that part.
That's a weird thing. I don't know, but I really, really, you know what, maybe New Year's resolution. I'm gonna listen to this album
in April.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm gonna do it good. Anyway, go listen to. I've talked enough about working hard, but I also really like the album cover. I really like the colors.
Yep.
And Larry Fleet has a really cool beard, and he wears cool hats too. I think they're usually suede. Anyway, Evan, what did you listen to?
I'll do a similar thing to you. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
Oh, okay. Evan also had 3 albums that he was listening to, I guess. I'm gonna do 2.
Nope, I only had 1, so I'm gonna go with 1.
I hate you. You're the worst. Bruh. I just got debated.
Yep.
Bro.
That's exactly what happened. Guys, I am bringing...
Sometimes, guys, I'm convinced that Evan just hates me. Evan likes to see me suffer. He likes to see me in pain. Bruh.
Anywho, I am bringing a bit of a different thing this week. Because normally I bring a whole album. Jaron has sometimes brought like a song or an EP. And so today, I am doing that. I am bringing a 3-song EP. It is called Forever and a Few by this guy named Choker. And it's labeled as pop, and I love, even if it's kind of weird, I love this EP. So, honestly, how I found this, Apple has a thing called, like, Your Station. So if you just, like, hit play, it'll start playing songs it recommends to you. And the second song, Lucky, came on. And oh my gosh, I love that song for the summertime. And that's what this album is. It's like, it's beach pop, but not in the sense of, like, it's not like what you play, like, it's not like Ernest Debut or, like, super upbeat songs like this. It's almost like abstract acoustic pop. He uses a lot of, like, he chops his vocals a lot. He's got some cool effects on them. But
Wait,
it
who
does.
Is this again?
Choker.
Sorry.
Never heard of the guy.
Just Choker.
Just Choker. And, yeah, so he hasn't put out anything since 2019. And, like, even his Instagram page, people still comment, like, bro, where the frick did you go? This was the last thing he put out. But it's just 3 songs. You got Guava Tea, good song. Lucky, incredible song. That is one of my, like, go-to sunset songs. It's on, like, almost any playlist of that vibe for me. And then the last song is Guppy, which is definitely, like, the weirdest song. Like, here's the thing, right? Lyrically, not a whole lot going on here, except Lucky, which is maybe why I like it so much. But this EP is definitely going way more for the vibe of just some, like, rough, acoustic, dreamy, trippy pop music. Super simplistic, just a guitar and vocals, and the way he uses his vocals to kind of, like, spice it up a little bit. It's a little out there, but oh my gosh, do I ever love it.
You actually have me very interested in this. Especially, I'm a sucker for beach music. I love Jack Johnson. I love Ernest's
Yeah, but see,
album.
it's not like Jack Johnson.
Sure, but it's still beachy.
Yeah, no, like, I think the cover sums it up really well. Just, like, 2 kids running on, like,
I got the sense that it wasn't like Jack Johnson from your description. If it gets me in the beachy place, that's okay. I will check it out.
It's definitely way more like contemplating life. That sounds suicidal. Nope, not that. That's not how I wanted that to come out.
Well, that didn't sound. I mean, it didn't sound that bad until you said that.
Like,
it was,
if you wanna,
that sounded suicidal.
It's like the music you would listen to when you are deeply lost in deep thoughts while sitting alone on a beach.
I know how that feels. Yeah, not in August though. Never been to the beach in August. Yo, the beach in August. It would be like a cool band name.
Imagine going to school in August. What the heck? Like,
the beach in August.
Freaking weird.
I like that. Hey, Evan, we're starting a band called The Beach in August.
Cool. Bet. But yeah, that's what I'm bringing. Forever and a Few. It's a 3-song EP by Choker, and I think it's really cool. I can't lie.
I barely know her.
I checked out what?
I'm sorry.
I missed it.
I said I barely know her. I'm sorry. It was a dumb joke. I don't know. I still don't think you're getting it.
Nope. Anyways,
whatever. It's fine.
I checked out his albums, but they're almost like a little too. I see what he's going for, but it's not my thing. Whereas Forever and a Few, he hits a stride. However, that's not the word I wanted. Maybe it is. However, we are going to move on now. It is the word I wanted. To the final segment.
Furthermore.
Of what?
I said furthermore.
Furthermore. No. Yeah. However. Look, everyone, we're going to move on to the final segment.
Look, guys, it's the next segment, guys.
We're moving on. This is the transition. And that is obviously Who the Frick. Jaron has 3 country or related genre musicians. He has some facts pulled straight from their Wikipedia page. He's going to tell me them, and I'm going to have to try and guess who I think it is. We are also implementing a timer so I don't take forever stalling because that happened last time.
Let me get that timer ready
for
real
you
quick.
Listeners, that's probably painful. So I'm ready when you are.
Timer is ready. I will start the timer once I finish giving you like the first clue.
Yep.
Or the clue. All right. So for artist number 1, this artist has been married twice.
Kenny Chesney was married once for like a month.
I didn't even know that.
Zach, he was married for like a month. Zach Bryan didn't get remarried yet. Was Tim McGraw married to some? Is this Blake Shelton?
Yeah.
Oh!
I knew you'd get that. I was gonna say that was an easy one. There's a reason he's first, Evan. You're not ready.
Oh yeah, no, I know he's a big one, but like I was trying to think like was Tim McGraw married to anyone before Faith Hill, and then just naturally thinking of that.
Faith Hill was his first wife.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
And so then naturally I was thinking of that era, and I was like, wait a minute, Blake Shelton just got married to Gwen Stefani.
So you got that in less than 30 seconds. That was pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you the other hints that I had come up with in case you didn't get that. Second hint was this artist has had significant success with their cover of the Michael Bublé song "Home." Would that have helped you with that? I don't know. Like, did you, like, you know that
now knowing it's Blake Shelton, but I feel like I would have choked in the moment and just been like,
Yeah, I think it's really cool actually that on Blake's Christmas album that Michael Bublé did that song with him.
Yeah.
And they've also sang it live before. And then the other clue, excuse me, I just burped a little bit, sorry. This artist is the longest tenured coach on the show, The Voice.
Okay, I absolutely would have got it there.
I figured that would have been a dead giveaway. There's a reason he was first. Okay. I think this is where it's going to get interesting. I think. And you got the first one.
Interesting is my middle name.
I tried to pick some more obscure ones, obviously, because it's supposed to get harder. So let me read the first one, and I'll start the timer. This artist has made many appearances in movies and television shows, ranging from the year 1987 all the way until 2022.
Oh, yeah. I mean, being the music nerd that I am, that is so helpful.
But you know that, like... You know that some artists appear, like some country artists, like even Josh Turner has appeared in a movie before. This is not Josh Turner.
I do know that musicians have appeared in movies. I just don't know which musicians have appeared in what movies at all, because I don't watch movies.
Okay, do you want me to give you the next hint?
Honestly, yeah. I have absolutely nothing.
Okay. I figured you might know at least, there's like a big one that I can think of. Like he's like in some pretty big movies and shows, and he posts about it often, and so do... Like,
run the next hint and I'll see if I can put it together.
Okay.
Because I don't.
We'll see. I tried to find. This one was a little hard for me because I had to find stuff that wouldn't give it away. So, this artist lost the pinky finger on their left hand in an accident using a knife to open a bucket, and asked doctors to reattach the finger at an angle so that he could continue to play guitar.
Oh no, I've definitely heard this before, but who was it? Oh crap.
I'll let you know when you have 15 seconds left.
It's... Correct me if I'm wrong, but was this more of like an outlaw person?
Or
no?
I'm not really sure. I don't think I would classify this person as an outlaw.
Because, I mean, this is long ago, too, right? We're talking, like, a while ago.
I don't actually know when this happened, but if I had to guess, it was at least, like,
but the person themselves, because you're saying starring
Oh, this person...
in the 80s.
Yeah, think about the year. They said they've been starring in stuff since the late 80s.
So they're probably, what, like 60 now? They would have been, like, 20 in the 80s, maybe?
Maybe. You have 15 seconds left.
Just gonna say a name, honestly.
Yeah, just go ahead. Might as well. I will say that with this clue, I had no idea. The fact that this is familiar,
I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is, but I definitely have heard something along these lines before. And I'm gonna say Willie Nelson.
It's not Willie Nelson.
It's not Willie Nelson.
All right, final clue. This last clue, I couldn't really find anything else good, so this might give it away. This artist has done a song with Pitbull. We'll see.
Was this recently?
I can't answer any questions like that, at least.
Are we talking about, like, the greatest song of last year?
I don't know. Are we?
Is it Trace Adkins?
It is Trace Adkins. I knew you'd get it with that last one. I had to find something because like the first two hints were just so like not.
Yeah,
really
I never would have known
all.
it was Trace Adkins, but like I know I've heard that story before.
But those facts are pretty interesting though. Trace Adkins
cool
is in a lot of movies and TV shows, like a lot, and like all kinds of them too. And then I didn't know that he lost his pinky finger. That's
kind of cool. That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
I respect the grind.
You ready for this last one? I think...
Born ready.
I think I might get you with this one. I don't know if you'll get this one. Well, we'll see.
Run it.
All right, so this is going to be a long hint. After graduating from UNC, that's the University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
This person was selected to join the Hendrick, I don't know why I just pronounced that weird. Hendrick Motorsports pit crew as the rear tire carrier for Ryan Newman's Nationwide Series car. He also worked on Jimmy Johnson's Sprint Cup Series car and won 2 championships with the Lowe's team. They were also selected to be on the cast of the show Survivor Nicaragua. So this person was on multiple pit crew teams before becoming a country artist, and they were on the show Survivor. Have you heard of Survivor?
Yes.
Okay.
This is so...
I had no idea.
My mind immediately... I just think of the May We All music video. And so I'm just thinking Tyler Hubbard, but he's way too big for him to be like this obscure guy. But simply based on the fact that I have no clue, and that's the only half hunch I have to go off of, Tyler Hubbard.
It is not Tyler Hubbard. It is not. Okay. It's alright.
Crew.
I think you're in the right kind of mindset, though. Right headspace. Alright, let me reset my timer. Okay, second hint for our third mystery artist. They were a co-writer for the song Cruise by Florida Georgia
Oh, this
Line.
should be a giveaway, but I don't know who wrote that. Oh, no. I should know this. Like, I should know the writers of, like, the biggest...
I didn't know. I still don't really know. I know at least 3 people wrote it.
Hardy!
I feel like 4 people wrote. It's not Hardy, I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, no, that was a joke.
Yeah. I know, I'm not counting it as a guess. I'm not.
This might seem really stupid, but I genuinely don't know. However, when you say I'm in the right headspace... with Florida Georgia Line, it's got me thinking like Cole Swindell in that area.
Okay.
He seems like a dude that would like cars. I'm saying Cole Swindell.
Okay. It is not Cole Swindell, but I'm going to continue to encourage you to think in that headspace because I very much in that pop country area.
It's gonna be infuriating when I hear it now that you said that.
Yeah,
all right, run me. I'm liking this.
This last one might be. If you have a really good memory, this last one might be a dead giveaway. On hindsight, I'm kind of regretting it, but it's too late to change this. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything else. The last hint for our last mystery artist is this artist's 5th studio album is titled The Album. I still can't believe it either. I still can't believe it. It's insane to me. It's so stupid.
This is
Do you know?
Oh my gosh, I can see the album cover.
The album.
Is it?
What the crap?
Oh crap! Who was it? Was it Chase Rice? Or did I just completely bomb that? Wait, I know this.
Hey, bro! You have to just go with your gut.
Guess. Crap! I know this because my brother was like, "Bro, this is so stupid."
You have to. I need you to say, like.
Why am I overthinking?
What is your guess? No. Just, what is your guess?
When you say it like that, I feel like I completely just said the wrong name.
No. Okay, look.
No, it's Chase Rice, was it not? That's my final answer.
Okay.
Yeah, you made me over. You had me over. I'm like, I swear it was Chase Rice.
I just needed you to tell me. I just needed you said it, but I needed you to tell me that it was your guess.
Yeah, but when you were saying that I was like, wait a minute. I swear it was Chase Rice.
it was Chase Rice. I'm proud of you for that one. Actually, I would not have gotten that. I
can't lie. The guesses with that area of bro country and whatnot, that kind of helped gear me. But then that last hint, I was like, okay, that's Chase Rice.
Yeah.
That was good though. Yeah, some cool facts. I did not know Chase Rice was on The Survivor. I didn't know he was that into cars. I'm getting into cars now. I'm not, but a girl hit my car, so now I have to learn what the parts are called.
That's tough. Wait, when did that happen?
Have to learn how to get an estimate. Last week.
Oh my
It's funny because it's
sucked for you, bro.
It's what?
Last week sucked for you, man.
Oh, dude, last week wasn't it for me
I'm
at
so
all.
Sorry.
But she's one of my friends. It was more just funny, and I'm not paying for it, so who cares?
Now, Evan, is she one of your friends or is she Mrs. Overshore?
Oh, she's definitely one of my friends. Not that she was.
Hey, yo, Evan just hardcore friend zoned somebody on the podcast.
No. Not that she would ever know. Not that she knows I do this at all. But
sure.
If for some reason she comes across this, most definitely. I can't bring up a woman around you without you going Mrs. Overshore. I know. That's your go-to. It's just Mrs. Overshore.
Look, bro. I like stupid, dumb jokes. That's my Achilles heel. It's my thing. I love beating dead horses. I'm sorry. I also I don't know. I think that's so funny. Anytime you bring up a girl, Mrs. Overshore. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you played along. If you were able to get all 3, comment on the YouTube video. Send us a message. You can't send me a message yet. Maybe you can. I'm not entirely sure, but you will know because I'll put a video on my channel when I make a new Instagram account. Thank you for tuning in for today's.
Ooh, also real quick. I'm sorry. I know I just interrupted you. No, but if you guys have artist suggestions for the Who the Frick segment.
Ooh, if you have a cool fun fact you know about someone.
Yeah, maybe if you thought of a fun fact for an artist, or my only thing is, if you think of an artist, it can't be too obscure. It can't be a super freaking small one, or one that happened I feel like if I don't really know the artist, I probably won't.
I need to have a fighting chance here. Okay, yeah. It's already hard enough.
But please message me or whatever. Comment, message me on Instagram.
Well, if they comment, I'll see it.
Okay, so don't comment. Message me on Instagram.
I'm about to go 3 for 3 without any clues next episode.
Fine. Bruh, I remember This is funny, actually. I remember when I was brainstorming this segment for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, I'll share this document with you on Google." And then I was like, "Oh wait, then you'd know the answers." Like, by the way, I'm in college. I'm supposed to be smart.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Granted, that's not by choice. But yeah. All of that stuff taken into consideration. If you've got any cool ideas, let us know. We always love to hear them. Thank you for tuning in. If you've made it all the way to the end of the podcast, you are the best of the best.
Jaron,
get
out of here, you filth.
Any last things before, or you know what? I'll let you close it off like that because I don't got anything
get
else
out
to
of
do.
here, you filthy animals.